Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are back planning the week of the 24th of July through to the 30th of July, and we are using a gorgeous kit from Plannerface. I don't actually recall the name of the kit. I don't actually know if it has a name. I actually believe that this kit was like a tiered freebie situation from Plannerface during a sale. So of course I shopped during the sale and I got the tiered freebies, which fortunately for me made an entire kit. I didn't spend as much as I normally would for this particular sale, so I was originally worried that I wouldn't have enough boxes and bits and pieces to make the spread work, but I actually think it turned out really cute. And I did actually pair this kit with some, I think it's like sky blue foil from Lina Design. I think it was Lina Designs. Yeah, I think it's Lina Designs. Oh god, now I'm questioning it. No, I'm pretty sure it was Lina Designs. But as always, I will link all of the stores that I have used in this spread in the description below. And as always, if you have any questions about any particular sticker or you want to know where something is from, drop it in the comment section below and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. You'll see I've done something a little bit different along the bottom of my planner there. So on the left hand side, I would normally cut the washi and I would have like the full length extended sidebar situation. But apparently I decided to try something different this week, and I actually don't mind how it looks. It kind of gives the spread, it gives the spread a cohesiveness that I think looks really nice. Like now that I'm looking at the spread as I do this voiceover, I think the cohesiveness of having the washi spread across both sides evenly really works. And here I am just struggling to work out which full boxes I wanted to use because they were all super cute. But this spread is very typical winter. It is purple, it is blue, it is absolutely gorgeous. You've got those tartan vibes in the bottom washi, and I just really love it. I did also mix the blue foil from Lina Designs with just some random silver foil. So I've used silver foil date dots, and then there's the silver bows in the Simply Gilded washi. I was fortunate enough to be able to use some Simply Gilded washi for this spread as well, which is always nice because I've said it before, I have this super big, ginormous collection of Simply Gilded washi, and I feel like I never pull for it. Like I always use the washi in the kit. So it's always nice to be able to pull from my washi collection. Ideally, I'd probably love to buy even more washi and sell off some of the washi that I have, because some of it I bought very impulsively when I first started planning and I have never looked at it, never opened it, never used it, whereas there's others that I kind of always gravitate towards or always pull for. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. So we're kind of just working with what we've got, and it's always nice to be able to use things from my collection because obviously you've paid money for that stuff. So whilst we all do enjoy hoarding things from time to time, it's actually refreshing to be able to actually use your collection and see your collection like dwindling. And that always means that, you know, when that dwindles, you can then top it up and get some new things. So that is always enjoyable. You'll see those cute blue foiled underlays being placed down at the moment. The one thing that I find with using fun patterned underlays is that because I'm a no white space planner, I feel like when I space my boxes out, I always try to be conscious of the fact that there are underlays there and I want people to be able to see them, but that doesn't always go to plan. So like on this one, every so often you'll see like bits and pieces of the underlays, and it gives that kind of nice little sheen, that nice little sparkle. But it would be nice if I could be more, I don't know, less white space, just so that I could appreciate them more. But it is what it is. So this week, as I mentioned, I did the thing of washi down the bottom. So I did have to change up my sidebar. And again, I also had to change up my sidebar because of the kit format, and like I said, because I didn't spend as much as I would normally spend, I didn't quite have enough to put in the sidebar the way that I would normally do it, so I had to kind of create on the go. So this week in my sidebar, I've done the bottom washi. I did the top left hand corner with these paint splodges from Plannerface, and then just some deco pieces. I did one full box, And then I've just put a random bits and pieces of things. So I put a this week header. I made a note to say that we were syringe feeding my guinea pig. For anyone who has watched all of my recent Plan With Me videos, you will know that at this point in time, we had issues with our guinea pig having dental issues, and that started at the beginning of June. We are now at the end of July, and those issues are still going on in this Plan With Me. So I noted that. I then made note of the fact that so the box says organized pickup of T-Swizz. So I actually used to drive a Suzuki Swift, and I called her T-Swizz. Taylor Swift, Suzuki Swift, T-Swizz. And she had actually died earlier on in the year. I bought a new car, and she had just been sitting at the front, unable to run because I think the gasket blew or something blew, I don't know, and she wasn't running. So I organized a company to come and collect her. It was a sad day. I watched her drive away on the tow truck. It was very sad because obviously I'd had her, I think for 10 years I worked out I'd had her. So we'd done a lot of driving together, a lot of memories. So very sad to see her go, but I also really love my new car. So silver lining. And then I did a little to-do checklist just with some important things that I needed to get done that week. And then let's go ahead and jump into the day by day. So on Monday, the first thing that I have marked at the top of the day is, of course, Coffee Monday. And I've then marked work below that. And then, of course, as always, I've marked that consistently through the rest of the week. Also, before I forget, you will notice at the end of this Plan With Me, I haven't actually filled in the plans. If I recall, when I filmed this, it was quite warm or we were going somewhere and I just didn't have the ability to write in all the plans, so it was just get the Plan With Me done, and that was that. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, I marked work, and then after work I noted doing a bit of a tidy up. That evening I have marked that I was anxious about asking my doctor for a new referral, because at this point in time, this is when I was looking back into my health, specifically women's health. And I wanted to go to my doctor and ask for a new referral to see a new specialist, because the specialist that she had referred me to, I'd read a lot of bad reviews and I just didn't really like the sound of her. But for some reason I felt anxious about that. I thought I couldn't go and ask for the referral to the specialist. I did end up getting a referral to a new specialist as requested, but I don't think I got it here. I think I was going to get it here, and then stuff happened, and then it got postponed. I did eventually get it, but that will obviously come in the later Plan With Me's. And then the final thing that I marked on Monday was that I chilled with my pupperinos. And again, you guys aren't seeing any of this. You'll see some of the character stickers and icon stickers, but of course you won't see those plans. On Tuesday at the top of the day, I've marked work, and then I've marked having a coffee break after work. Below that, I've literally just put a fox and cactus, sleepy, tired, exhausted cat slumped over right in the middle of the box, and that was just to emphasize that it was a rubbish day and I was tired. And just, very much over it at this point. And then underneath that, I've actually marked so tired. So big theme for Tuesday apparently, but probably for the last I think the theme is consistent across all my June, July Plan With Me's, and I think it's going to kind of continue for a little bit longer, and then I kind of come out of it, and then beginning of 2024 is the same vibe. Because I was so tired and exhausted, I did mark having a nap on Tuesday afternoon, and then when hubby got home, we did have a Supernatural binge watch session. So I think after last week's Plan With Me, I think this is when we were watching season 8 of Supernatural. On Wednesday, I've started the day by marking work. I've also noted doing some laundry and that I did some chores, so I stacked the dishwasher, so yay. Obviously didn't have much else to mark on this day. I've then marked that I had a cup of coffee, so I settled on the couch with a cup of coffee, and I did some editing of my Sims videos for my SimTube channel. I then marked watching some YouTube, and then once again, when hubby got home, we finished out the evening by watching some Supernatural. Moving over to the second half of the week, on Thursday, I have started out by marking that it was my brother Jake's birthday. And then followed by that, I have marked that I, of course, had a work, because unfortunately, as much as I would like work and life to stop for people's birthdays, it doesn't. So I had to work on this day. And then, like always, family tradition is that I go to both of my parents. My parents are separated, so we go to one parent and then the other, and we do cake twice, and it's a whole thing, and I end up in a sugar coma. But after work, I did go to my mum's house. We had some Chinese for dinner, and then we had some coffee and some cake and sung happy birthday to my brother. And then, like I mentioned, I then went down to my dad's house. We hung out with my dad. We had some more cake, some more coffee, and we just chilled out. And then after that, we came straight home to bed, because usually on birthday days, when they're on a weekday, it's really hard because like I don't finish work until like 4 or 5, and then my husband doesn't finish work and get home until 8 o'clock, and then depending on my brother's schedule, this particular brother, he works long days, and he then does like football training and things like that, so sometimes he's not even home till like 7 or 8 o'clock himself. So by the time we see one parent and then we go and see the other parent and try to spend like equal time with both of them, it gets quite late before we get home, so we generally come home, shower, and go to bed. Over to Friday. So again, we have popped work at the start of the day there, and then I marked that after work I just relaxed. I needed it. Clearly it was a tough week, a busy week, and obviously having that full day on Thursday, I was quite tired, so I enjoyed a relax on the couch. I have marked that night that my football team played one of my brothers, that same brother whose birthday it was. He goes for the Tigers, I go for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and our teams played that night, and fortunately for us, we did win that one. I've then marked that night for dinner, I had a garlic pizza. Sometimes I just get cravings for pizza, so I had a garlic pizza for dinner this night. They're just, I don't know, something about the cheese and the garlic, so delicious. On Friday evening, I marked that we watched a movie called The Cobbler. If I recall correctly, it was on Netflix, and it's an Adam Sandler movie, so Adam Sandler is the Cobbler. It's a pretty good movie. And then I've just marked that after the movie, we did a bit of unwinding, so basically we sat on the couch, scrolled on our phones a little bit, hung out with the dogs a little bit longer, and then, of course, went to bed. Saturday, that was the day that my beautiful little T-Swizz got picked up. So if I remember, I think I was filming, and I think my husband like met them out the front. I don't know, whatever was happening, my husband like dealt with it. Sometimes I get really weird like that. I get like a bit of anxiety, like I don't want to deal with people, and it's weird because I work in like a customer service role, so I don't know whether that plays a part in it. But like when it's the weekend, or when it's like the evening, once I finish work for the day, like I don't want to deal with people anymore. So my husband did that. Like I said, I watched as little T-Swizz went down the road on the back of the tow truck, and watched as far as I could watch until she disappeared out of sight. I then marked that I watched some YouTube, and then that day we did spend some time having a supernatural binge session. I've then marked that I did some editing, that we had paninis for dinner. Paninis, so easy. We just get like Turkish bread and deli meat and like passata or like tomato paste, depending on your preference, and it's so simple and so yummy. And then that evening I marked that we watched Cocaine Bear, and it was an absolutely ridiculous, stupid movie. My husband enjoyed it, but I just thought it was stupid. Like, apparently it's based on a real story. I think loosely based, but wasn't a fan. And then on to Sunday. So Sunday I did mark doing some filming. We then went to the shops and did some grocery shopping. Of course, I got some coffee. Oh no, sorry, we didn't do grocery shopping. We went to our friend's house again. So we went to Woolworths because we always bring like drinks and snacks to their house because we're generally there like all afternoon, like for hours and hours. So we went to Woolworths to get that. Then I got a coffee, and we get everyone a coffee who wants a coffee. And then I marked going to our friend's house. I then marked that we just hung out, that we had a Pizza Hut for dinner. We usually have pizza because it's cheap and everyone can kind of have as much as they want, and it's not really overly affordable. So that's usually what we do. And this night it was Pizza Hut. Sometimes it's Domino's. Sometimes it's like a specialty pizza place. Just depends. And then the last thing that I marked on Sunday evening was that I uploaded Whimsy Stories, which for anyone who doesn't know is a challenge in The Sims 4 that I was playing. And I uploaded that to my Sims channel on the Sunday evening. But that is everything for this week's Plan With Me video. I'm just finalizing the last couple of boxes. Like I said, I haven't recorded the plans for this week, so it is very bare apart from the icons and the boxes. So I do apologize. But nonetheless, I hope you have enjoyed the plan with me. In just a moment, I will of course show you the leftovers, and I think I'll give you a little bit of a wiggle just so you can see that foil. But otherwise, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I will see you all very soon for another Plan With Me video. Thanks for watching. Bye.